in the church where I was born again. I was slow in getting baptized in the Holy Ghost. I was saved, I was sanctified, but I prayed and prayed and prayed. And it took me time to be baptized in the Holy Ghost. My pastor, great preacher, he wasn't happy with me because I was also in the music department, the junior choir, and I could play the keyboard. And something happened that our organist, either he traveled or he wasn't in church, and nobody else could play the keyboard. And I was just sitting there, and the church had a principle: you must be saved, sanctified, baptized in the Holy Ghost before you became a worker. I wanted to, but it was being delayed. That time I didn't understand. Now I understand. It was that delay that helped me. They would have picked me up and put me inside there, and I would not have been able to get this deeper life started. God had a purpose, but I didn't understand, and they didn't understand. My point is, the preacher was so unhappy and sad, and he was preaching, and I was listening like I always did. And in the middle of the message, he mentioned Kumuyi. I just stood up and sat down because he was making an illustration. And he mentioned my name because he was sad that I was so slow in getting what he wanted me to get. Everybody saw it was a moderate church. And eventually, I went back home. I still continued to pray and to pray and to pray. I wasn't offended. The following worship day, I went back to the church. And I sat where I would normally sit, where they allowed me to sit, conspicuous. But, there are people today, you couldn't, even if you don't mention their name, or you just make allusion to something, they're so offended, they do not have the fullness of love for the house of God. But the people who have the first love, they don't mind, mention their name, correct them, chastise them, point out something. They love the house of the Lord, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.